Ito'y taktika ito ng NPA na sila ay nagpapasighting, nagpapakita doon malapit sa mga eskwelahan para pag mag-react ang sundalo, pulis, at sila'y puntahan, pag inkwentro ngayon, damay ngayon yung eskwelahan. So, propaganda na naman nila. Winning the propaganda war sila na, oh, the government is the ones violating their own policy of declaring these schools as a peace zone. O bakit dito? Kipag-gigira ang sundalo. Yeah, they're drawing the war, they're drawing the encounters going towards the schools para madamay ang mga bata. Ganon kawalang hiya itong mga NPA na ito. Ganon talaga. Alam nila yung ginagawa nila. Yung sinasabi natin na yung radicalization hanggang sa recruitment at mag-armas doon sa bundok. Kasi nakasabi sa ating batas, yun, mere membership of the Communist Party of the Philippines is not a crime. Di ba? Pero yung pag-bear ng arms and taking up arms against the government, trying to overthrow the government is becoming a crime. So yan hanapan natin ngayon. Paano natin maayos ito? Dahil palagi lang ini-exploit nila yung gray area na yan. Yung gray area na yan. Diyan sila ngayon nabubuhay. At diyan nila ginagamit yung kanilang pagiging duplicitos na organization na hindi daw, nagdi-deny sila, very clear naman. So, may we hear from alam nyo, that is the main objective of this hearing, kung paano natin mapapanagot yung mga teacher mismo na nag-recruit mga estudyante para mamundok. Marami dyan, alam natin, marami mga teachers dyan na ganyan ang ginagawa. So ito ngayon pag-usapan natin paano mapanagot at itong kabataan na organisasyon na palaging nakikita nyo sa listahan, palaging silang nagre-recruit at napupunta nga ang bata doon sa bundok. And in fact, yung mga missing minors, nung hinahanap ng mga parents, yun na, lumabas sa kongreso. Present pa ng mga congressman ng Makabayan Party List. Anong ibig sabihin nun? Anong ibig sabihin nun? They are really part of the recruitment. Dahil sila nakaproduce ng mga bata. Nung hinahanap ng mga parents, yun na, lumabas na ito at in their custody. Nag-preskon pa sa Congress. Ganun na pala, ganun na ganun na tayo tawag nito, misoriented as a nation. Ganun na ang ginagawa ng ating mga kasamahang mambabatas. That I cannot accept. So, yun nga, hanapan natin ang paraan paano mapapanagot itong mga tao na ito. Dahil if they cannot be made liable for their actions, magpapatuloy itong recruitment talaga. Dahil there is a very thin line, yung sinasabi natin na yung radicalization hanggang sa recruitment at mag-armas doon sa bundok. Kasi nakasabi sa ating batas, yun, mere membership of the Communist Party of the Philippines is not a crime. Di ba? Pero yung pag-bear ng arms and taking up arms against the government, trying to overthrow the government is becoming a crime. So yan hanapan natin ngayon. Paano natin maayos ito? Dahil palagi lang ini-exploit nila yung gray area na yan. Yung gray area na yan, dyan sila ngayon nabubuhay. At dyan nila ginagamit yung kanilang pagiging duplicitos na organization na hindi daw, nagdi-deny sila, very clear naman. So, may we hear from Deped, you want to speak already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Chair, may I be allowed to read the
Yes,
short
go ahead.
position paper? Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everyone. The Department of Education fully supports Senate Resolution 863, recognizing the critical issue of continuous recruitment and radicalization of students by local communist groups. This resolution addresses the urgent need to safeguard our educational institutions from external influences that compromise the safety and security of our youth and children. In particular, we would like to cite Department Order Number 32, Series of 2019, the National Peace Policy Framework of the Department of Education, which underscores the importance of maintaining a peaceful and secure environment in schools. The said DO is DepEd's response to the alarming data from Basic Education Information System, which reveals that from school year 2009, 2010 to 2017 to 2018, 10,883 schools nationwide reported the effects of violent incidents, including armed conflicts. The impact on these schools has been severe, with damages to facilities and disruptions of classes. Particularly concerning is the consistent presence of all 6 regions in Mindanao, as well as regions 5 and 8 among the top 10 regions each year, with the highest proportion of schools affected by armed conflict. Time and again, children are often victims of armed conflict. Their rights are often violated, and they are particularly vulnerable to recruitment. Armed conflicts create unsafe environments where learners face the risk of being victims of grave child rights violations, and among others. The youth, especially out-school youths, become vulnerable to recruitment by armed groups and those belong to violent extremism. Schools may also become targets for propaganda and recruitment purposes, endangering the safety of students and compromising the educational environment. The Department of Education in the same DO has reiterated the schools are zones of peace. This principle recognizes that schools play a crucial role in building a culture of peace, acting as centers from which peace emanates to adjacent schools and communities. Specifically, schools as zones of peace means that schools are recognized as effective instruments in building a culture of peace. Second, schools are an integral part of a peaceful and secure environment conducive to effective teaching and learning, which is realized through the collective peace-building efforts of all stakeholders. Third, schools, as a general rule, should be free from the presence of armed combatants, especially those belong to violent extremism. Fourth, schools shall not be utilized for propagation of political agenda or ideology. And lastly, schools in conflict-affected and vulnerable areas shall, with the support of their respective schools division offices, coordinate with their respective local government units to determine and set appropriate security measures. And cognizant of the unfortunate reality faced by our learners, DepEd has been implementing peace education in our schools. The DepEd's commitment to peace education is evident through the curriculum and instruction strand and the curriculum and learning management divisions. These divisions lead and support schools in providing transformative education that promotes a culture of peace. Peace education is not limited to specific subjects but is integrated across all learning areas, engaging all members of the school community and the wider community. This comprehensive approach creates an enabling environment for instilling peace-promoting values, skills, and attitudes into the fabric of the school. Finally, we reiterate that Senate Resolution 863 is a crucial step toward addressing the continuous recruitment and radicalization of our students by local communist groups. Unfortunately, while DepEd has the department order on the National Peace Policy Framework, and we have tried to strictly enforce schools as zones of peace principles and have vigorously supported peace education initiatives. Further legislation may be necessary to ensure that our learners would finally have that environment that foster the holistic development of learners and ensures the safety and security of our educational institutions and our learners. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Yusek Ribsi Escobedo. You know why? Bakit yung mga recent encounters ngayon ay doon nangyayari malapit sa mga eskwelahan? Ito'y taktika ito ng NPA na sila ay nagpapasighting, nagpapakita doon malapit sa mga eskwelahan para pag mag-react ang sundalo, pulis, at sila'y puntahan, pag inkwentro ngayon, damay ngayon yung eskwelahan. So, propaganda na naman nila. Winning the propaganda war sila na, oh, the government is the ones violating their own policy of declaring these schools as a peace zone. O bakit dito? Kipag-gigira ang sundalo. Yeah, they're drawing the war, they're drawing the encounters going towards the schools para madamay ang mga bata. Ganon kawalang hiya itong mga NPA na ito. Ganon talaga. Alam nila yung ginagawa nila. Gusto nila lutuin tayo sa sarili nating mantika. Eh, yung mga tao, kung hindi nag-iisip, masama na naman ang gobyerno sa kanila. Sabihin na naman mga tao, talaga, itong mga sundalo at pulis, ginigira yung eskwelahan. Pero, ang NPA ang humihila ng gira papunta sa eskwelahan. Ganon yun sila sweetik. Akala nila, maisahan nila yung gobyerno. Next, may we, ito sa mga surrender, mga former rebels. Tanungin ko kayo,